which start in just about a month's time. For Yokohama F. Marinos, of course, they're very much in the middle of trying to win the Japanese league right now. But for Erling Haaland and Manchester City, this is game number 1 of their preparations for the new season and the defense of that.
なおこの試合のレギュレーションですが90分間で試合を行います。勝敗が決しない場合はそのまま。
The new season a month away. This their first game as they go out to try and mirror their achievements of last year. For Yokohama F. Marinos, well, they've had a little bit of a wobble, and this is the Manchester City team. Always interesting to see what Pep Guardiola is going to do with his selection. Manuel Akanji is the man in charge. Ultimately, back together a little bit earlier. For Yokohama F. Marinos and their coach, Kevin Muscat, this is a game to keep. This might be the sort of game that gets them ticking again. We are underway in the National Stadium. And there's 4 against 3 here. Opens up for a moment, but Kyle Walker able to. I think Pep Guardiola uses pretty much as an extension of the pre-season games. Stefan Ortega has the ball for Manchester City, and the early ball is delivered long. It's just good. It's Watanabe. Strike won't come down and drop. One thing that all the coaches have said about coming to Japan for these got iconic status amongst the Manchester City fans. That's Phillips, that's Grealish. We'll come to Mizumiya, and the header down is touched towards Marcus Junior. And again, Grealish and Alvarez. He's going to break from path of Phil Foden. He did all his work inside the club. That's a ball for Kovacic. The flag will stay down here, but and a lovely little ball by Alvarez. McAtee back heel trying to find Julian Alvarez. Marcus Junior has a problem which might just prompt Albertley in their opening game. That's a ball towards Alvarez, which will just run away from just score goals. It's really pacey from Elbert. Early ball with each other. Accusingly, that was a little bit too long. The goalkeeper wanted there, Ishimori, and he was very nearly embarrassed by Alvarez, who is so sharp in and around the penalty area. Too high for Anderson Lopez. That's Palmer. That's the first really serious save we've seen from either goalkeeper. Ishimori looked to be a little. That's Kovacic, who was. It's a really good piece of skill, saved well by the goalkeeper. Anderson Lopez again, and he scores. And the man who simply can't stop scoring in the Japanese league right now is the man who puts Yokohama F. Marinos in front. He just was not to be denied there. First save was by Ortega. Well, Anderson Lopez able to seize upon the rebound and finish very, very well. It's a really good ball by Mizunuma, but this was all about individual ability. The goalkeeper kept it out, but first to the loose ball, and then the ability and the presence of mind as well. Dangerous looking ball. Actually, Marcus Junior who flicked the ball on. I wonder how it got through to Anderson Lopez if he doesn't touch this. Made that run maybe not quite good to perhaps certainly Calvin Phillips had switched. Now City looking to respond. And the man arriving is Calvin Phillips, who went with the side foot, tried to be precise with the finish. Again, it's who's been quiet for the past few minutes. Aki in support. He's behind up. That's Kovacic for Palmer. Has support outside but goes on his own. And Lopez. And the early ball delivered. And the finish is absolutely exquisite. Ken Matsubara, the fullback, turns up in the centre forward position with such an accomplished finish. It's 2-0 to the Japanese champions, and it's a goal of the highest quality. It really is. Look at the run from the fullback there. No one went with him. What a finish that is. Oh, it's a lovely back heel. Walker, Alvarez. Classy goal from John Stones. Marvellous finish. Manchester City's best move of the game so far. And they halved the deficit 5 minutes before the break. Brilliant from Palmer. Walker on the overlap. Alvarez thought about going for goal, so Stones. And that's a finish as tidy as any you could see. A little more. That's McAtee, and that's Ake. Scored some big goals last season, Nathan Ake, most notably to win a League Cup tie against Liverpool that was going back and forth. Is Jack Grealish. It's a lovely little ball for Kovacic. Tried to go across. Shimori has to hurry up. They've given the ball away, and it's an absolute gift. Scored by Alvarez after Calvin Phillips robs the goalkeeper, who wanted just too long on the ball. And Manchester City, from being 2-0 down, have it back to 2-2 in the blink of an eye. Ichimori was suggested he was fouled by Phillips. Not here, just here, as Phillips stood in his way.
Olhar para Bernardo Silva, a fazer-lhe festinhas na cabeça, ao próprio Pep Guardiola também. Portanto, Bob, Bernardo Silva, cruzamento de Bernardo Silva e a bola a não chegar. Haaland, olha, atenção, Haaland sai, remate e está feito. O primeiro de Erling Haaland. Foram precisos apenas 7 minutos para Erling Haaland deixar a sua marca neste jogo frente ao Yokohama Marinos. Recuperação de bola do lado esquerdo por parte de Rico. E depois, tudo muito fácil. Recepção e nunca perder a noção de onde é que estava a baliza. Aliás, para Sérgio Gomes. Rodri, vai sair remate de Rodri. Dando lá para o lado esquerdo, vai sair o cruzamento de Gomes. O cabeceamento é que sai por cima, mas é mais uma tentativa internacional português. Acho bem jogado. Atenção, Oscar Bob, quase que fazia o quarto do City. Excelente a defesa de Ichimori. Já fez algumas boas defesas Ichimori. Atenção a João Cancelo. Vai sair o remate João Cancelo, com a bola a passar perto. É pontapé de canto. Ups, já passou. Aceita estar muito perto dos 73%. Olha Rodri e para o golo! A fazer o quarto para o Manchester City e a começar exatamente onde terminou. Golo de Rodri. E o Manchester City a ver o herói de Istambul marcar no primeiro jogo de preparação para esta vez. Claramente agarrado Erling Haaland. Oi, atenção. Olha, pode ser o golo. Vai ser, está feito. Está feito o golo do Yokohama Marinos. Ali erro do Manchester City a ser aproveitado. Realmente é um excelente passe, não há quaisquer dúvidas. E depois Rico Lewis acaba por não conseguir tirar aquela bola. João Cancelo. Lá está a bola a chegar até ao número 7. Bem o passe e está feito. Assistência de João Cancelo. E Erling Haaland ainda consegue bizar. 5-3 para o Manchester City. Cancelo na assistência. Oscar Bob a deixar para João Cancelo. E aí vai a bola. Ali ninguém a conseguir chegar à bola. Ichimori a ficar preso à linha de golo. E